Into the review, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe if you're new. Let's get straight to it. Ah, yes, the stern and powerful Jedi Master himself, Mace Windu. We finally have the 2003 Clone Wars look of this character, and me personally, Mace Windu is probably my favorite Jedi of all time, or in my top 3. He is a great character, and I'm glad to have this guy. And I recently just restarted my Black Series collection, so I do not have the prequels version of this character, but I'm pretty sure some of these parts are reuse. Like the robes here, this part is reuse, and I think the legs are reuse. They're just painted differently, and I think the hands and the head are reuse as well. But looking at that head sculpt, though, it looks like Samuel L. Jackson. That looks pretty good. He's got a nice, serious look on his face. And it looks pretty good. The nice Star Wars photo reel. And all the details are pretty nice on the Clone War, or the Clone Armor. I almost said Clone Wars. On the Clone Armor, details are pretty nice. And these are soft plastic to get around articulation, which I'll obviously get into the video later on. And there's some newly sculpted clone armor there. And the cloth, it's pretty nice. I've got a few loose, loose threads, those two right there that you can see. But other than that, the cloth cape is pretty nice, and the way it wraps around the arms is no biggie as well. So I dig how the cloth is. I just wish there was bendy wire in there, but obviously they can't do that at the price point. Alright, so the one accessory he comes with is his lightsaber. Wah wah, Black Series. Come on, let's give some interchangeable hands and heads. It's 2022. Come on. We need them. I know you guys do it once in a while, but we need it to be the standard, like with Legends and Lightning Collection and Classified Series and all those other 6-inch lines. But I'm pretty sure this is the same exact hilt as the prequel Mace Windu figure. So it's painted nicely with the black and then the gold trimming. And the purple translucent is nice as well. I changed up the diorama background for the last one. If you guys didn't notice, I got this new diorama setup that I made myself. I didn't feel like taking it down and using the other one that I've been using because I'm using this for the Twilight Zone step motion, which, if you guys stay tuned and subscribe, that's coming out really soon. Trailer later on this week. But anyway, back to this. The purple looks nice. I'm digging it. But yeah, this is just the one accessory, and of course you could peg it into his waist area, which is right there. You can peg it in, and I'm not removing the purple because it is very hard to do so, and I'm not gonna break that thing like a lot of people do. Now let's go through articulation. The head gets a nice range. It could look up, hold up, it could look up about that much, which is decent, and it can look down that much, which is good. You get some nice tilting, rotates, and there's a butterfly joint in there. You can see it going back and forth like that. It's pretty good, but I don't know, you can't, it's kind of hard to get him to two-hand the lightsaber without warping the hilt itself or putting pressure on it. So if you want to have him in two-handing poses, make sure that you don't have it in there for a long period of time, because you may get stress marks on the hilt and probably break it at some point. So just be careful of that. But the butterfly joint is there, and it does sort of help, but for some reason, the way the articulation is set up, it's sort of weird to two-hand it. Let me see if I could demonstrate on camera. Get that in there. Then I like to turn around, do that. I mean, you can do it, but like I said, you sort of are stressing the hilt, and it does sort of bend and warp a little bit when you do that. But he does look great doing it. It is possible, just a little harder than I thought it would be with the butterfly joints and how well the arms articulate. But let me take this out. Do get the butterfly joint, full rotation, outwards, pretty good. You get elbow rotation, elbows that move a little bit past 90. And the reason why it's sort of hard for him to two-hand the lightsaber is because there's no up and down hinge right here for the hand. It's just in and out on both sides. And the hands are sculpted differently, so you could do the force thing with that hand and the lightsaber in the other if you want to. And the diaphragm, you get all types of nice wiggly waggly crunches forward that much, back that much, side to side in rotation. And the skirt piece is it's a pliable plastic, as you can see, but it's sort of rough at the same time. So you get about that much out of the legs. And if you leave that there, obviously it's gonna get warped and sort of stay in that position. So you kind of got to do like the hot water, cold water, and you could obviously already see that it's starting to do that. And I think out of the package, it was already outwards a little bit, because I think the way it's packaged in there, the skirt pieces get lifted out like that. But he does have thigh rotation, double knee. Let's see here, double knee. Sort of hard with this plastic skirt piece, but he does have a good double knee. And the ankles move up pretty nicely, down, and of course the ankle pivot. And here he is next to the Walgreens Obi-Wan and the Fordo in the same wave, and these look great together. Nice uniform look. The scaling is pretty nice, and yeah, I'm just happy to finally have this in 6-inch action figure form. And here he is next to Grievous of the same wave. And if you're new to this channel and you haven't seen my review on Grievous and Fordo, I did individual reviews on both of these guys. Link will be in the description below. If you haven't already seen them, go check it out. Oh, look at the expression on that head sculpt. But anyway, I would have to rate this guy an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. He's definitely the best figure out of the wave, the most solid. I have the least complaints with him out of the 3 figures in this wave. He does have some minor issues that you could look past, but he is a great addition to the collection. If you love the look, if you love the 2003 Clone Wars cartoon, this guy is definitely a must, and he's a top Jedi in the Star Wars lore to begin with. So, I mean, if you guys see this in stores or online for a decent price, definitely go for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video.